Okay, so uh, let's dive in. There's so much anticipation for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, definitely. The buzz is huge.
And today we're digging into something, well, pretty specific, but really important.
Right.
It comes from the official user manual, actually,
Mm.
via a 9 to 5 Toys article.
Yeah, and it's about the screen, something you'll see straight away.
Exactly. And it's a detail that honestly could easily trip you up right out of the box if you're not aware.
Absolutely. So if you're planning on getting the Switch 2, listen up. You'll unbox it, and there's this film layer on the screen.
Okay, yeah. Like a temporary protector.
Well, that's the thing. It looks like one of those peel-off protectors you get on, a new phone or something.
Oh, right. The first thing you usually rip off.
Exactly. But the source material, the manual, it's very clear. You absolutely should not remove this one.
Wait, really? So you get this shiny new console, see that film, and you're saying don't peel it.
That's what the manual says. Pump the brakes,
Right.
basically.
Okay. Why? What is it then, if not a temporary film?
So the manual calls it a film layer, right? But its job isn't really scratch protection in the way we think of a screen protector.
Okay.
The key thing from the source is that this film is actually a safety feature built in.
A safety feature. On the screen, what kind of safety?
So according to the manual details reported, its purpose is, and I'm paraphrasing slightly here, to prevent fragments scattering in the event of damage.
Ah, okay. Like safety glass.
Yeah, exactly like that. Think car windshields. If the screen cracks or, shatters, this film is designed to hold the pieces together.
To stop bits of glass flying everywhere.
Precisely. It helps contain it all, reducing the risk of injury.
Okay, wow. So it's not protecting the screen from scratches day to day.
Nope.
It's protecting you if the screen itself breaks. That's a really significant difference.
It is, and the instruction in the manual couldn't be more direct.
What does it say exactly?
Just do not peel it off. Simple as that.
No ambiguity there.
None. This isn't packaging. It's meant to be permanent, part of the screen itself. And the article also mentioned, interestingly, that the OLED Switch had something similar too.
Right, for the same reason. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a permanent safety film.
Correct.
But hang on. What if you do want scratch protection? Like from the dock or just, life. You still want a normal screen protector, right?
Oh, absolutely. And the source material addresses that. If you want that everyday scratch resistance,
Uh-huh.
you just apply a standard screen protector, glass or plastic, whatever you prefer, Nintendo's own or third party right on top.
On top of the safety film.
Directly on top of it.
Yeah.
You treat that built-in safety film as like the actual surface of the screen when you're applying the protector.
That is such a crucial detail. And so easy to miss if you just toss the manual aside.
Totally. You
Yeah.
could easily damage the console or at least remove a safety feature thinking you're just, cleaning it up.
Yeah, peeling off what you think is just protective plastic.
It really shows why sometimes, checking the official info is still pretty important, even for stuff we think we know.
Definitely. Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. What's the core message here from this deep dive?
The main takeaway, really, based on these user manual details, is simple. When you unbox your new Switch 2, that film on the screen, it stays.
It's a permanent safety feature designed to prevent fragments scattering if the screen breaks.
And Nintendo's instruction is crystal clear. Do not peel it off, period.
It's absolutely not like those temporary films you take off before putting on a real screen protector.
Right. If you want that scratch protection, you buy a separate one and put it right over this built-in layer.
Which brings us to maybe a final thought for you, the listener. It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah?
How often are there these kinds of crucial, maybe non-obvious safety or functional features built into our gadgets? Features we might completely miss.
Yeah, and how much are we really relying on diving into manuals or, deep dives like this one to even find out they exist?
Something to maybe keep in mind next time you unbox that new piece of tech.